Hey guys. Honestly, I don't know if you guys recognize this game because the game I'm in right now, do you guys know where I'm talking about? Because I'm not gonna lie, there's not anyone playing it. No. This is a private server, but realistically, you guys have dropped it down. There's like absolutely no one playing it right now. It is insane to me. Well, there is people playing, but if we think about how the fact that it used to go for like 1 billion players and it used to be one of the biggest games, it's got less players than like Dress to Impress, and it's got less players than Bloxburg. And Bloxburg is a paid game to get into. You have to use Robux to get into that. This game is free, used to have billions of players, and now is below that. I think that's quite insane. Royale High did end up releasing these like tweets basically just apologizing to, well, I'm not gonna lie, they kind of only apologized. They said in a general tone they're apologizing to the community, and then they said they're apologizing to Call Me Haley. And then loads of other people like started to like do a few more like, comments and like, replies to that saying what about all the others that you should have apologized to, because a lot of other people have quit. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Like, isn't it a little bit funny though? Like, I can't be the only one. Like, am I the only one who thinks this? Like, I know exactly what everyone's gonna say, but it is like I've done this video before, and before anyone's like, well, why are you making a video about it then? Why even bother? Why even say anything? If you find it that ridiculous, then why even say anything? That's true. But I do care because I do play the game. Like, I can't remember how long I've been playing actually. Let's check. Oh, hey. Let's Oh jeez, my lag is crazy right now, sorry. Does it tell you in your diary? I think it should from the front, doesn't it? Like if I go, I don't know, I can't remember. Surely it does. Yeah, okay, so there we go. So in 2019, I started playing. So I've played for quite a few years now, right? And I understand that probably like it's because it's a bit like somebody who, like, it's just because in the generalization, when someone says, "Oh, I play a Roblox," they're like, "Pfft," and they laugh, and people genuinely don't find it like a serious game, and it's absolutely not. And that's kind of my point, really. It's not a serious game. It's not that big of a deal. However, it is still a game that we put our time and money and effort into. Like, I went to work, I earned money, and I used it on a game. And Royal High was my biggest thing because I was so envious of how others had so much in the game, and I was like, I really want to do that. And it's more like a glorified girl game, really, that loads of girls ended up playing, and then eventually it just kind of like sprouted out, and so many guys even started playing, and then the whole masculine body issues, it just kind of became a thing. But nonetheless, it's still like a nice, cutesy game that loads of us like to play. I would say so. And that means that like we put so much time and effort into it that it kind of became a little bit upsetting to realize that, it was just, I mean, I don't really like hate Barbie in that for going, oh well, we don't care, because they don't have to care. They don't know us all individually, and the inclusivity, it is definitely going to be appreciated. But I still do think like they've been doing all right in terms of that. I definitely think the masculine body thing was my biggest thing with inclusivity. Like, they definitely needed to sort that out, because when I was trying to do a role play, I ended up not doing it because I needed it. I wanted to try and do the bodices and do the outfits and stuff. And I'm not even kidding you guys. I literally only had like 2 bodices that worked. So I get it now. And I apologize for the time that I said like otherwise. My point is that I do think it is a little bit drastic how crazy people are about it, and how it just kind of makes me realize how much our entire generation, how we all are really dramatic about it. And I did make another video about this before. But yeah, like, it's just, that's all it is. That's all my, like, I find funny. It's just the fact that people are quite dramatic about the way they feel about the game, but I also understand it. So I'm just saying I see it, but I understand it. So I may be judging, and you may be like, well, she's horrible and she's annoying me, I don't like it. But I'm just saying, guys, I do get it, because you've seen how long I played the game. This is the account. I would die if I ended up getting a badge and it was taken away, or if I just was like, on the game and then they were like, they were just cruel, or the thing is though, they were just not really willing to. I mean, they're kind of doing that, aren't they? But you know what I mean? I would hate to be like policed by them basically, and just kind of be, you know, just attacked by Royale High, really. It would just kill me. But considering I played the game just as an ordinary player, just like the rest of you, I think I can kind of like hop on and just kind of say, I understand it from our point of view. What I'm trying to say is, realistically, I just think that, yes, there are people being like a bit too dramatic about how they view like the dev team and that, and how like they just don't like it. I still do think, I mean, nothing's happened. Even if they ended up, you know, doing their usual updates, I feel like people probably aren't going to continue playing it. I mean, I feel like if they did an update that was like the release of the entire new school all in one thing, I imagine that would actually make everyone rejoin Royale High and play it again. Because then I feel like people would be doing so many videos about it. If in the nicest way, like, I think people could calm down because there are so many other games to play. But I also do get like why, because I'm like, if you're gonna be into something, you know, it would be nice. It's good that it was Royal High, and I get it because like I've been watching all the drama myself, and it's really funny to me just because of like, and this is like taking away from the dramatic side. It's kind of funny because I'm like, they don't really, in their apology that they do on like Twitter, they don't really address anybody but Call Me Haley, because she's like the biggest like YouTuber, I think. And like, you know, she's the one, her and like, you know, she was the one that like they wronged the most, apparently. I don't know, I can't really remember it too much, but I do think that it was a little bit, you know, just a little bit general, and some people were saying it was like AI generated, and I feel like that was kind of funny because it kind of felt like it. But I'm like, what, you know, it was a basic apology. It was still an apology. They still did it. I just do think they could have probably, you know, just been a little bit more like telling us what they're actually going to do. You know, they just said they're apologizing, but they don't even, it's like they're in a relationship with us, guys. And you're like, so what did you do wrong? And they're like, I'm sorry. And you're like, but you don't even know what you did wrong, and you're just constantly in that battle. And I feel like that's probably that's the situation. And I feel like that's why everyone's so annoyed, because everyone's kind of, we've all got a personal relationship with Royal High. We all love the game. I do think they are destroying themselves, but at the same time, like I said, I do think that it's easy to be able to move on from Royal High. And even although it's a game we all loved and that, and we loved the fact that we could grind for things for so long, and it was a beautifully aesthetically pleasing game. It's really fun. You make so many friends in it sometimes, not really much anymore, but you know, I feel like it's just good to see that, you know, it's time to like move on and be able to like just kind of forget how just how crazy and how intense Royal High could have been, and move on to a more freer playing game where you don't even have to check Twitter all the time to see what's going on. Because, like, come on, what other Roblox game do you get where you have to check Twitter? Besides, I mean, I know there's quite a few, but still, you know, like, what other kind of games do you get where you have to keep on checking to see if they're going to tell you about stuff, or tell people not to stay up all night for an update? You know what I mean? Like, it's just such an intense and dramatic game, and that's kind of what I'm saying. The game is so intense and dramatic that it makes the players like go into like a frenzy when something goes wrong. Understandably, because we put a lot of time and effort in. But I do think if you move to a different game, the intensity would be brought right back down, and no one would ever be feeling like it's, you know, like it's not really the biggest deal in the world if they don't update, you know, and you can chill and you can go back to like just playing a bunch of games, finding a new like thing in Roblox and that. And I think that's what really we all should be doing. You know what? I would love to see that. I would love to see more YouTubers doing other things and just kind of seeing, because, like, you know, it's not really getting anywhere. We're just going in circles here. And we've been going in circles for like a year or so now. But that's kind of my piece, guys. It's not asked for, it wasn't needed, it's not necessary, and it's not a popular opinion, but there's my piece. That's what I wanted to say. I just kind of like to talk about this because it's just interesting to get everyone's opinions, right? And my comment section, you guys, I love your opinions. Seriously, like, you guys don't hold back, and I think that's a good thing. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about it all, and yeah, thanks so much for watching.